with the street opera, we're really trying to raise awareness on gun crime, but also not just telling people about gun crime and how it's such a big thing in, you know, in impoverished places, but we're just trying to show people the progression of how people get into it, why people get into it, but then the people who are involved in it, give them also the positive way of getting out of it and giving them also an education. But we're not just trying to educate the people who are involved in the guns, we're trying to educate the people who don't understand gun culture, as maybe we could call it, in the ghetto, you know, as we call it, the street. So it's more than, it's a two-way, it's a two-sided coin. We're trying to show people, you know, guns isn't necessarily the smart way of getting, you know, your point across, but at the same time we're trying to show people who are not necessarily from the ends that this is how it happens, this is why it happens. Single mothers, well, I think that a lot of people, single mothers are hard done by when it comes to the way they're portrayed. So we tried to show the single mothers in a very strong way, very positive in a sense. In a negative situation, single mothers are very strong people. They're portrayed as weak people, like, oh, it's hard for them and blah, 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 blah. But we tried to show Candice in the play. Candy is a very strong person, and she attacks her situations, attacks the things that she's going through with a means of getting through it. Even in regards to her friends which are around her. So we try to do it in a positive way so that people would understand that it's not just, it's not as hard as it seems, but it is hard, but they can get through it, just to show single mothers in a good light. The street opera does a lot of dance, and we try to encourage young people and old people to do dance as a form of exercise, whether they be professional dancers or not. We don't just use professional dancers in the street opera, we use all types, from kids to adults, not too much adults, maybe the age of 20, between the age of like 8 and 25, but we're trying to encourage them that dance is a form of exercise and it can be enjoyable and you can use it to perform as well. They have to rehearse and stuff as well. And then we do workshops, we teach the kids the dances. Also there's some professional dancers, so amateur dancers get a chance to dance with professional dancers as well. And I think that's a good way of keeping fit. One of the reasons we chose to use opera and drama and music and forge them together to communicate our message was to show that drama can be fun, music can be fun, and so can telling a story through music be fun and easy to do. So it gives other people, you know, on the street, or not only in the street, but anybody who comes to watch the play, an opportunity to see that they can actually do it, and if they've ever had thoughts of doing it, there is an opportunity made, because we're going to do auditions and things like that. People can come up to us and ask us about how to get involved, just to show them that there's other means to entertain people. And, you know, we've got a very strong message, but we're trying to do it in a way that isn't too harsh. That's why we've got the dance in there, and it's got a comedy aspect to it. So I think it works really well to get what we're trying to put across to people.